Hello friends, welcome to the weekly Prepper Pantry Haul with Lee, the Cold War Prepper. Kind of a weird week, and so I'm doing a little bit more than normal. Trying to catch up on some things, replace some things that we pulled out of long-term storage, moved it into the ready pantry, and then from our ready pantry we cook. So just kind of refreshing some things. Saw a couple of real good recipes that I really liked. But the president and vice president have been recalled to D.C. There's been all this crazy drone activity over the course of the last week. I have my thoughts about that. It originated around the area of Picatinny Arsenal, and so I have my own personal thoughts about that. Just finished reading this TIC, that's the Transatlantic Intelligence Consortium, and it includes Sarah Adams, who is probably one of the best experts on Al-Qaeda, ISIS, the Muslim Brotherhood, just in any of the Muslim extremists. I think she is the expert on that. There's a lot of information in here from her. But you read this, you get scared, and they estimate that there's 1,000 Al-Qaeda cells operating in the United States. They give a complete list of all the different terrorist activities that they've done. They think they're ready to go public, and probably about 5 to 10 operatives per cell, and they're going to do double attacks, in her opinion. That is, do the original bombing, wait until the first responders respond, and then they'll do a second one. I'll do a video on my interpretation of that, but doggone, that's a good book. You need to read it. It's less than 100 pages. I read it while I was in the waiting room to having my pickup at the service, in for service. So, but all kinds of weird stuff going on, so just make sure you're prepping up. Let's go through what we've accomplished this week in preparation for this weird stuff that's going on. So we got some more sterno butane fuel that can be used indoors. Especially, might want to still keep a little bit of adequate ventilation when you use it indoors. Got the Sterno camp stove fuel. This is 2 jars, a small bottle of vegetable oil, some serving spoons from Sam's, some filters for my camp percolator, some dog food, and then we got some freeze-dried chicken tenderloins. There's 8 tenderloins in this package, and then I stopped by the LDS Provident Living Store and picked up another package of instant milk. Got some Toasty peanut butter crackers, and then we got some instant potatoes, as well as some instant Spanish rice and some scalloped potatoes. I found a whole bunch of scalloped and other potatoes that I had not vacuum sealed, and we had to throw all those away. So we're slowly replacing those. A bag of Snickers that we're going to vacuum seal, and then some rice. One of the oldest and smallest of our Chihuahuas has been pretty ill for the past week, so we're feeding her chicken and rice to solidify her output and hopefully help her feel better. She's been we've had her on this chicken and rice regimen now for about 2 or 3 days, and she's doing a lot better, so hopefully that's going to be good. I found a recipe for chili rellenos, my favorite Mexican food, and so I had to get some chilies, and then you also, the breading is made with evaporated milk and eggs and flour. And then we had, Helen made some fantastic carrot cake cupcakes, and so she wanted some cream cheese, and we found one in the pantry. So this is going into the long-term pantry, and then the long-term pantry gets moved to the ready pantry, and you know how that works. Then David, what's his name? Self-Reliance Outfitters, Canterbury. Dave Canterbury had a video on cowboy beans, and I thought that was really good. So he used Bush's country style beans in it, along with a couple other things to include some barbecue sauce. And so I decided I would do that as well. I think he had some ground beef in there and some bacon in there. Just it looked like a really good recipe, so I wanted to replicate that. Ordered 2 cans of Keystone ground beef. Now, I know I use an awful lot of freeze-dried ground beef from Thrive Life or from Algerson Farms. But what you cannot do with freeze-dried is when you rehydrate it, you cannot form it into a patty or into a meatloaf. So the reason I get the Keystone is because I can form those into either meatloaf or into a burger patty that I can use. Now I do have the quarter pound from the same company as the tenderloins from this company. I get this on Amazon. So I have, I think it's 8 quarter pound ground beef patties that come in every other month. So I think those are due in January. Then, of course, a whole bunch of stuff for chili. We tried this. I've already shown you that and told you that goes with Dave Canterbury's recipe. We tried this Bush's Chili Magic, and actually it was pretty good. So we decided to go ahead and get some more and put that in our long-term pantry. Say again? And tweak it a little bit. You know, so we kind of Texas-ize it. But we got that along with some chili beans and then some more tomatoes. So we got the Mexican-style stewed tomatoes. Then just regular tomatoes for soups and stews and stuff. So 2 cans of whole peeled tomato, one of whole peeled tomatoes, 1 of diced tomatoes. Then we got some other diced tomatoes. Picked up 1 package of, where did it go? There it is, of the smoked trout. We splurged and we gave ourselves, so Helen and I are splitting. This is a Christmas present to us, from us, but we ordered some Omaha steaks online, and so we'll be having filet mignon with apple tarts and scallop potatoes, and then we're going to be doing Brussels sprouts with that. That's going to be our Christmas meal, and so we're looking forward to that. Then I did stop, at the Provident Living Store. I bought 4 cans and 2 milks to take with me to the prepper meeting last week, and figured I would sell those. And I said, hey, what's the most popular items? And they gave them to me. And these were 2 of the more popular items, but I was unable to trade or sell these last week at the prepper meeting in Belton. So I'm going to put these into my long-term storage. So 1 can of oats and 1 can of apples. Then we also got some more cream. I think one of the things you have to be concerned about, and I'll probably do a short on this, make sure you have plenty of cream for your hands, feet, and body. Right now with the heater running, it really dries out your skin, so you need something to stop the itch, and that's what we use that for. But you also want to have foot cream and foot powder. You also want to have hand cream, because you're going to be using your hands for a lot more manual labor than what you have been used to. So you're probably going to chafe your hands pretty big. Then I did pick up a new book, and this one is also by Carlos Mack. So this makes the 3rd of his books that I've gotten. I like his books. I think they're self-published, and the reason I say that is because everything is always black and white. I wish I could get some color pictures, but that would probably be a little bit more expensive of a book. But as you can see, I've already started it. I took it with me to the dealership and started it as I finished the other one, Al Qaeda 2.0. Then stopped by Academy, got some buckshot and some 5.56. So that's pretty much where we are and what we've accomplished overall for the week ending December 21st, 2024. Do me a favor, keep your head on a swivel, watch out. Stay away from large public places where large gatherings of people are. Probably the best thing to do is just stay home and enjoy it. Don't be surprised if the grid is not taken down and if there is no communications. And probably one of the biggest fears we have is fear of the unknown. I think that's what it is right now with the drones. We don't know what they are, so people are afraid of them. It's a lot easier to say this is what they are and do or don't be afraid of them than not knowing. I think the not knowing is the biggest, causes the greatest amount of fear. And so if they take out the grid and you don't have an HF shortwave radio and don't know where to tune it for information, then that becomes one of your biggest fears. I'll put a link down below for a URL where you can find out where you can get news on a shortwave radio. So remember, we're all in this together, so we can come out the other side together. Please be kind, polite, and respectful to each other, because it's coming, and togetherness is the key. Bye-bye.